JDs and gentlemen, welcome to the ASSCA TOECAR Development Series here at Michigan. Here for Race 2. We hope you are having a great Wednesday, or hump day, some people call it, believe it or not. A lot of drivers here are hungry. They saw Small Medium Fat get that win at Daytona. Shocking win as well. They're hoping that they can do the exact same thing. There's a 5-point bonus I forgot to mention for leading the most laps. Catchfence did his job, obviously got that last week. Evidently. And we didn't kill anybody. Can you believe it? We went through the first race without an injury. Well, not an injury, but a fatal injury, I should say. Something that has never happened in the series. We did have injuries, though. And I think we don't waste any time. Let's get into this week's injury report. First off, Vladislav had that big wreck there when he was on his side against the wall. He ended up having rotated brain syndrome. It's very minor. He said that, he can't really feel it unless he's laying down. And luckily, you don't lay down in a race car, so Vladislav should have a pretty good race still, regardless of this injury. Buster Guts. I don't know what he was doing last week. He went upside down. He had huge damage on the roof. I think that damage ended up actually hitting him in the head because he was later diagnosed with major confusion. And Dr. Steve Basil told me that yes, this is a serious report. He actually was diagnosed with severe confusion. Now, I'm not exactly sure how that will play into today because he's got a very fast car. He's starting on the front row, if I'm not mistaken, so hopefully that major confusion doesn't kick in a terrible way. Dale Earnhardt Jr. was in that first big wreck with Mike and Cleavage McNamara. He ends up getting a minor heartburn from that incident, but he said he's going to crack a few Tums and, get it through. But Dr. Steve Basil did say that if Dale Earnhardt Jr. continues to get a worse heartburn, that he does need to step out of the car. So Jeffrey Bernhardt is on standby if need be, but hopefully those Tums can do their trick. And Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico, remember, he had to leave the race to pop somebody's pimple. Now, when he did that, he did not wear goggles, which is not a good idea. The pimple juice in the official medical statement went into his eyes, and his eyes are pretty screwed up right now. He's got kind of Ryan Preece eyes, but the official note on the medical report is pimple eyes, or pimple juice eyes. So that is just tragic. And then Justin Tallgeier, who will not be racing this week, had such a big hit into the roof there from Young Stroker to Body Snatcher. A lot of roof damage. He actually shrunk an inch. He's like 8 feet tall, but now he is like 7'11". Justin Tallgeier said that just to be safe, because he doesn't want to shrink anymore, he will take this week off, and Small Medium Fat, last week's winner, will take over that car. But we got through without any deaths, and that is the most important thing. Hopefully we can do it here again at Michigan, but we're testing a new tire, so I'm terrified because it could go very bad. And we're back here. There is Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico himself. Now, it is unaware if he has a replacement driver on standby. I believe Generic Jones is on standby if need be. There's empty pockets. There's a 32. Full Moon Racing made the show again, and this time it's with Anthony. Mike had a rough time in the first race. Can they turn it around? Anthony is hoping to get them a good result. Maybe a win. You never know. There's going to be some other faces that we didn't see at Daytona. Oh my goodness, Anthony did not merge very well there. But there's going to be some faces like this guy who was on pole. Masturbation. We saw him late because of the Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico doctor appointment, but, the car ahead of him. Happy World Peace. SpongeBob in the 4. Ricky Ticky Bobby Wobbin in the 68, Tony Baloney in the 5, Aaron Pressure in the 75. All these guys we didn't see last week because they didn't make it in on time. But I think we've talked enough. I think it's time we get to the 6-7 fuel starting grid. Starting on pole, Masturbation, who didn't make it into Daytona on time. But he did fill in for Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico towards the end, got him a top 10 finish, scored him some points, but he is still at 0. Can he start off his season with a win and go straight to the playoffs? That is what he's hoping to do. And right next to him is Buster Guts, probably the best car in the field. But with his major confusion, will he be able to figure out how to race in the front? Aggressive for Klottenheimer. It's a Klottenheimer row. Aggressive and Michael Wave hoping to do what they do best and do good. Michael Wave did a great job at Daytona despite being in 375 accidents, hoping to be better this time around. Franklin Fenway, I'm just going to call him that now because that is probably the most easy way to do it. Franklin Fenway is starting in 5th with Detective Blutomine Pretzel in 6th, the only Young Time Racing car to make it into the race. And right behind, Amber in the 39, hoping to have a great result here for her team after barely losing at Daytona. And right next to her, it is Swift T, remember, filling in for Nyan Newman. And this will be his last race in the 70 car, unless something else happens, of course, to Nyan Newman. And right behind them, how about this row? SpongeBob in the 4. It was a shame he couldn't make Daytona. He said that that was his most exciting part of the season. Wasn't able to make it. And then Aaron Pressure in the 75, hoping to do good things for Klottenheimer after missing the show the first week. Plot 55 and Empty Pockets. Plot 55 did a great job at Daytona in the Garbage Trash Series specifically, or sorry, Goodies Trash Series. I keep doing that. I'm going to have to put money in a jar. They did a great job. They had an incredible car with Dr. Chemo Slice. They came 2nd place with no back bumper, so they did a really good job. Empty Pockets hoping to, keep that momentum going into this series. And right next to him, it is, remember, Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico, who has his eye issues. Will it affect him is the question. Aunt Tim in the 11 for Pit Puddle Quack and his team. Another great run for Aunt Tim, I'm telling you. He's going to be somebody to look out for towards the end of the season, potentially to snag a championship and even a playoff spot. Dale Bernhardt Jr. next to him. He didn't have a spectacular Daytona, of course, remember he was in that big wreck, but he did say he popped a couple Tums, and, he's hoping that that will do what it needs to do so he doesn't have to get out of the car. And right behind them, that's the 77 Small Medium Fat, last week's winner. He was not scheduled to be in this race whatsoever, but with Justin Tallgaier shrinking an inch and playing it safe, he's going to get into the car. And then Becca Lynn will make her season debut officially here in the 38. And right behind them, Melanoma in the 76. And this is one that I'd like to talk about for just a second. This is my car, the Project 31, and this is Mr. Sweaty Beast in the 31. He does have a win in his career, so can he get another one here, and can he get it from my car? We'll have to see. Right behind this, Leland Funnyman in the 42. He will actually drive the entire race this time if he doesn't crash, of course. Blue-collared Austin Hillbilly is still on standby. I don't exactly know why. I think he's just praying that somebody gets injured at this point so he can hop in the car. And right behind that is Secret Agent Randy Beans. Simmy Can't Stand Your Bits, who pretty much ruined his own generational run last week at Daytona by screwing up the fuel strategy to shit. And right next to him, Chippy Ahoy in the 51, what am I talking about? I Need Eyes! The 41, the Chips Ahoy Chevrolet. Wendy 444 in the 65, and Cup of Joe in the 78. Remember, use code ASSCA at Debbie's online store for 10% off. I know I've said that a lot, but it's very important to get your energy up, get your mojo going where it's going. Error 404 driver not found, and Stacy make up the row behind them. There's not a whole lot to talk about, but Stacy did have a disastrous start when we got going at Daytona. Didn't even make it out the pit road. Can she have a better day, is the question. We'll have to find out. And then there's Anthony in the 32 for Full Moon Racing, and What Is Love in the 74. Remember, he has a bit of rotated brain syndrome. He says he's alright, but it's something to keep an eye out for. Anyway, Happy World Peace and Humphrey Klopp make up the row behind them. Neither of them made the race at Daytona, so they're just hoping to get some good points on the board so they're not too far behind. Xbox 360 had a couple big hits, surprisingly uninjured, believe it or not. And then the 51 of Tire Wear, he had a good run at Daytona, led some laps, but he said, I want to lead more, I want to be that guy. Mick and Rory had a big accident in practice at Daytona. Luckily, they were given a week pretty much off to recover because they were too slow in Daytona qualifying. And then Tony Baloney lines up right next to them. Two cars, yet again, that didn't make the race at Daytona, and same thing with this row behind. Denise Fat and Ricky Tikki Bobby Wobbin. There's not really a lot to talk about when these guys are, not making the race before. They're just hoping to get points on the board like I mentioned. There's Gert in the 56 and Lawful Allen, and Lawful Allen was a big piece of last week's race because he had an engine blow in the middle of the pack and didn't pull over for quite a long time, and it effectively ruined the finish. So hopefully he doesn't do that again, and hopefully all the engines can keep up in shape. Right behind this, in 39th and 40th, Pip Puddlequack in the 10 for his own team, and Cyber Zed in the 1 for his own team, two owner drivers back here. And then 5 Pins Racing rounds out the field in 41st and 42nd. 41st, it is Catchfence did his job, who had an incredible race at Daytona. It's a shame that it ended the way it did. And Victor E. Lane rounds out the field in the 0. But without further ado, let's send it down to Mason Payson for this command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Awesome possum. And they're off. Everybody actually does get going this time, so that's a good sign. Isn't that a great sign? Everybody's got it moving, they've got it working, they're on their way, you could essentially point out. So, how's this going to end? This is the question that everybody's been asking. These tires, I'm telling you, these tires do scare me a little bit. We are testing a new tire, and we didn't really do much testing, privately. We basically just tested like a couple minutes ago, and now we're doing it in the race. It's already green. They've already gone. They're going. They're off somewhere, and somebody's already around. We've already got a yellow. What happened? I don't know who died, but we'll find out when we get the replay. Masturbation is currently leading. How about Amber? Look at Amber on the inside. What a move. Here comes SpongeBob. SpongeBob's gonna turn her. SpongeBob. Oh, there goes Detective Blue. Don't mind Pretzel. They wreck behind. And of course, oh man, they don't slow. They're not slow. They're aiming for them. Amber. Oh my goodness. And we've already had a grade A wreck. And Anthony's upside down. Hawk to It's lap 1, and we've already had 2 wrecks. We're off to a great start with this tire, am I right? Let's go look at what the frick just happened. So we're looking at Mr. Sweaty Beast, who appears to be the reason for the yellow, just doesn't really get going. And there's some contact with Stacy and gets turned into the 44. Single car accident, thank goodness. Never mind. Never mind. Gert gets involved, but, I don't really think we got to look at that from any other angle. Mr. Sweaty Beast just kind of gets turned. It's the wreck after that I think we should, pay a bit more attention to, because that was tragic. That was a tragic accident. Trouble. So we're looking at Detective Bluto Mind Pretzel in this wreck. He just gets turned. The 25, remember, he has that eye issue with the pimple juice. Just couldn't see, obviously, and then you can hear it. It is so bad back there, you can hear it. So we'll have to look at that. I saw like 8 cars upside down. Tragedy here at Michigan already. Becca Lynn had a big incident in this crash. She's doing good, and she's still doing good, and then here comes the onrushing field. She's doing alright, and then she digs into the grass, pit puddle quack with some contact. She actually got it better than I thought. I thought it was way worse. But we'll have to look at some other guys here. Taking a look at tire wear in this incident. He ended up on top of another car. I don't remember who it was, but he just gets kind of pushed. Stacy with a couple rolls. So many cars went upside down. It's not even funny. Wow. Now, it's very interesting to think of, right? Because like everybody gets away pretty quickly. So it could have been like a softer collection than I thought it was, but it looked like there were some hard hits initially. But then again, it could be heat of the moment type thing. Ricky Ticky Bobby Wobbin was in this incident. Let's see what happened to him. The pack just flies in. Yeah, there's actually, it's not really a lot of incidents. There's not a lot of actual contact. We'll have to look at what sent Anthony upside down, and then we'll probably go back green here. But man, some of these guys are going to be out the first lap of the race. Not a good way to start it at all. So we're looking at Anthony for Full Moon Racing. He's already like off the pace. I'm not sure what's going on. I think he just slows down and Gert does not. Nope, he also kind of just piles in a little bit. Okay, so Anthony just kind of goes upside down regularly. It's kind of like the Kyle Busch rolls upside down type of incident. So, again, nothing crazy. I thought it was worse, so I guess I'm just stupid, but let's go back green. Lawful Allen clearly had too much damage in this incident. He's got a blown motor here, and for some reason he did an extra lap on the track. Because that makes sense, doesn't it? So, again, Lawful Allen and blown motors just doesn't seem to work properly, doesn't it? But, the 33's got some issues to deal with. There's a 7 with some damage, Mr. Sweaty Beast. A lot of cars coming down pit road. Most of these guys actually have damage. I think actually all those cars have damage, so that makes a bit more sense. Who's leading the race right now? Amber is still out front. Remember, SpongeBob is in second. Imagine if one of these guys that are making their series debut, essentially, win this race, because Gauntlet doesn't count. I don't care who you are, Gauntlet does not count as a series debut. It just doesn't, because it's not a points race, so, yeah. Cancel me all you want, that's an opinion. Cancel me for a stupid opinion, that's... Go ahead and cancel me, I don't care. Man. Welcome back to the Michigans. We don't know if it's double file yet. Once again, race control pretty much ghosting me here. I'm gonna have a serious word with them. A serious word. Serious talk is coming. Big changes, major changes are coming. I'm gonna turn this bus around. Amber out front. For all we know, she'll probably be out front on the restart. You think that they'd make these communications earlier, but what do I know? They don't look like they're doubling up. It's hard to say, though. Okay, so we're hearing it is going to be... Yes, it is going to be a single file restart. for the first one, I'm assuming. Hopefully not the whole race, because that's just poo. I genuinely hope. 40-lap race. I keep forgetting to say how many laps this is. 45 in. Pretty sad, isn't it? I know. So Amber will lead them back to the saddest restart you'll ever see in your entire life. Oh man. It should be double wide. I'll make a formal request next yellow. Hopefully they can, make that decision. Bill Bullshit really trying to ruin my life here. It's a freaking bum. That's what I'm gonna say. Go ahead and cancel me. I don't care. It's just an opinion. SpongeBob led that lap and we actually made it without killing somebody, so this is a good start. Will we actually get full-blown racing? No, we won't. No, we won't. Big wreck back there. They all actually slowed up. Never mind. I need to just stop. When there's a... Oh, no. Why are they... They're aiming for them. I swear they're aiming for them. Oh, my goodness. Stacy's getting... Oh, my goodness. Anthony just didn't like small, medium, fat. Decided to hit him. And once again, we have a crawfish. Oh, they're wrecking again. After the caution flag. Oh dear. Air and pressure is the one that went around. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh, and now it's a demo derby out here. Tire, we're slowed. Oh. Oh, oh, man. Oh, this is just concussion speed run at this point. Anthony, slow down, slow down. Oh. Mr. Sweaty Beast doesn't slow down. He's like 8,000 pounds. That's not a good hit to have. What was that, man? Melanoma's the leader. We'll take a look at what happened. Well, remember when I said that 97's generational run was ended on a self-induced error? It's getting worse. A little bit of contact there with Xbox 360, but then it looks pretty fine, right? And then here comes Swift T, Nick and Morty. And then here comes, oh my goodness, Chippy Ahoy, yet again. Huge impact. This guy just loves to run into people. Stacy just gets obliterated a couple times. Tough luck for the 97. As he will be done for the day as you see the engine give out. Man, wow. Taking a look at Humphrey Claude, who sees the wreck in front, slows down, unlike most people, still somehow gets collected, and then the onrushing pack. Oh, Denise Fat just kills him pretty much. And then there you're gonna see Small, Medium, Fat get a clip there from Anthony. What are we doing? And then if we can, let's see if we can get to air and pressure in time. What in the world? Oh my goodness. We'll have to look at that as well. Wow. So we're looking at Anthony. He is so far behind the wreck that it is almost inexcusable at how fast he's coming in. But he does slow down. But then for some reason he sees that 77 and just doesn't care. Now there might have been something that started that before, very likely. But hard to say what that was about. Taking one look at air and pressures incident before going back green, and I don't understand why that even happened. I wish I could provide an explanation for that. I can't. Tough break. He was actually doing pretty well. And, then this starts. I don't know what his plan was here, getting in front of Cyber Zed. Cyber Zed's now stopped on the racetrack. And now here they all just come in. Nobody knows how to slow down whatsoever. And they just keep piling in. I don't know if they figured it was like some sort of game of tag. But, wow. But let's go back green. Welcome back to the Gin of Nish. I don't know if they're going double file. They are going double file this time, thank the Lord. Because, as if it's going to be any better. Like, we made it a lap, like whoopie-doo, but I don't think this is going to really improve anything, but, you know, we'd like to keep it consistent here. So, series changes, major changes are coming. I've already said it. Race control is going to get a piece of me. Let me tell you. They're gonna be on the receiving end of some incredible banter. Melanoma is the race leader and not anymore, as he instantly gets passed by 4 cars at the start-finish line. How about the 28 there? Aggressive out front. Being aggressive, as they are 3-4 wide back there. There's Buster Guts. Remember his major confusion. Hopefully that doesn't play in as a factor to him being a part of an incident. There's the pole sitter. Masturbation, as they are now 4 wide. I don't like the looks of this. I don't like it at all. And that's why as they, oh my goodness. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, keep your fingers crossed. Actually, cross your toes as well. That's masturbation. Oh, and they've wrecked up here too. Oh, Gert, no! Anthony is just killing people left and right. What is going on? I don't even know what to say. This has been a wild tire test. Tire test gone wrong. Oh man. Tony Baloney comes back to the yellow and she's just flying away. Where is she going? But, I don't like the looks of this one. I don't. So we're looking at masturbation in the 22. And I don't even know how, oh my god, oh. Into the catch fence. Yet again, it's another one of those things where it looked kind of worse live, but one thing I did like about that wreck, the catch fence did, in fact, do its job. But, wow. That's just insane. Right on board, empty pockets in this disaster that ends up unfolding. And you're gonna see right there, oh man. There's the pit lane, just in case you don't know what it looks like. Wow. And you can hear the wreck ahead, so we'll look at the wreck ahead. But man, aggressive and masturbation. Buster Guts also all taken out in the same wreck. That was the top 3 starters. Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord. What could have possibly happened here? I guess Aaron Pressure's hit into that outside wall did some brain damage, because he's involved and it's a stupid one. And what in the world? We are just flipping cars over for fun at this point. Oh, thank God they don't hit him. Air and pressure's done for the day, so is Gert. Gert told me earlier, he said, yo. And I said, yo, what's up? And then, he didn't reply, so I don't know if he just doesn't know English or what that was about, but Gert involved, we'll look at what happened to him, and maybe another driver, and then we'll go back to the action. So we're looking at Gert. The wreck starts in front, so we'll look at the wreck that starts in front. Michael Wave, I'm assuming, is involved because you see him there, kind of swerving around. I don't understand how Gert ends up, like, backwards on top of... Oh, that's why. Okay. Swifty gets into the back, and then here comes Chippy Ahoy just for fun again. Ooh, Gert got a hit there from Humphrey. And then you're going to see Anthony come in eventually here in the 32. And there he is. I don't know if he just doesn't like these guys or doesn't want them racing in the higher series, but man, he's hit 2 or 3 of them so far. Gonna have to get an investigation going on this. So we're looking at Vladislav, who gets turned by Amber, I believe that is. It's one of the Victoria's Secret cars. And then, you know, it's the same accident. So yeah, that's how it started. Vladislav kind of just cleared himself. And that's how it went. And we had another big wreck. 2 big wrecks in a lap again, so what are we doing? Welcome back to Michigan. Mason Payson taking us around. Tony Baloney in the 5 is the leader. But at this point, you aren't safe even if you're leading the race. People have wrecked in last, people have wrecked in first, people have wrecked if they didn't even start the race at this point. I'd like to thank some sponsors as usual. Content Racing Designs obviously couldn't do this without him. 6-7, the official fuel of TOECAR and ASSCA in that sense. And of course, W Energy. Use our code ASSCA at checkout. Pace car's in. I am terrified. Like, I'm genuinely nervous at this point because I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know, like, how much worse this could get. I don't think we've had any, you know, oh yeah, he's definitely dead incidents. And we'd like to keep it that way. Obviously, always. But specifically in this race, and they're already gone. They're already wrecking. And they are going to keep it going. The caution is out, though, so it's not going to make a difference, of course. Tony Maloney out front. That is not going to last, though. Here comes Melanoma. Melanoma with Cyber Zed and Happy World Peace. How about Leland Funnyman? Look at that car. Well, same thing with the 71. They're just new. So Melanoma gets them back to the caution flag. As we've had another caution. Will we make it multiple laps of green flag racing? I don't even know. But, you know, they will stay off each other this time during the yellow flag, so we can just have a quick little replay. We might just do one replay because there's not really a lot to look at. It's just a squeeze and a very small type of collection into the wall, and that's it. That is quite literally all that happens in this incident, and they keep it green. Well, keep it green. They keep it clean throughout the field here. So I think that's going to be our Content Racing Designs one replay of the race. Welcome back to Michigan. Melanoma is having issues from the lead of the race. I don't know if it's a tire. It's not an engine, obviously, because that engine looks fine. Or is he just waiting for the pace car? I think he was just waiting for the pace car. I don't know exactly what the hell just happened there, but thank goodness he's still good to go. Melanoma leads here at Michigani. Welcome back to Michigan. We're going green. A little bit of a jump scare in a way, but we're here. We're ready. There's nothing we can't do. We've seen it all. And we're gonna, oh no. And somebody's wrecked back there. Someone's wrecked up here as well. Oh, Humphrey, no! Oh my goodness. Oh, Cup of Joe. Oh no. We're just injury maxing. The rest of the field will get away alive. And happy world peace leads here at Michigan. I don't know why the ticker didn't update, but that's lovely. There we go. Yet again, I think we might have a Fox 1 replay of the race. We have 2 of them. Oh boy. Looking at Humphrey Clot, who I think gets the worst of it. He just kind of cuts down in front of SpongeBob. SpongeBob gets turned pretty bad. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Amber. Nobody hits Humphrey. Humphrey did get a big hit though. He keeps on trucking, keeps passing people, so obviously that's good, but wow. That was brutal for Amber. We'll have to look at that. Looking at Amber, she's fine as hell, and she takes a pretty fine hit here. Oh my goodness. And then she's the one that makes contact there with Cup of Joe. Cup of Joe gets the worst, I think, in this crash. Wow. Taking a look at the W energy on board of Cup of Joe, this is going to be brutal. Doesn't even see it coming. Looks like he's going to do all right, and then out of nowhere, oh my goodness. And then another hit there, and another hit. And is there a 4th hit to make it the Fantastic Four? There is not. Never mind. Never mind, there was. Hopefully Cup of Joe's all right. Man. Welcome back to Michigan. Whose mission? Why is he trying to get with them again? I don't know. Leland Funnyman fixed his damage, so did the 71. I don't know when or how or if they even did, and it's maybe just a visual, like, you know, to the naked eye, it's just, you know, looks better, but it isn't. We're getting towards the end of this thing. My pick to win, there's the damage, so it is still there. My pick to win. You don't have to look that far back. It might be a tall ask, right? Oh, I went too far. I think Buster Guts does have a chance. But if you were to tell me to pick one car and one car only, I feel like I have to go with that 76 of Melanoma. Hopefully I didn't just jinx him away, but, you know, he's definitely got a good car today. I feel like I just heard another wreck. I sincerely hope I didn't. I'd like to, oh no. And there goes the 55, the 21, 28. They're going to have to throw yellow for that, unfortunately, but that'll be our Fox 1 replay. Maybe no replay of the race, honestly. Happy World Peace brings us back to the yellow. And once again, we've got a disaster on the racetrack. Will we have over or under 2.5 laps at Green Flag Racing? Bet right now in DraftKings Sportsbook. Man. This will be our Fox 1 replay of the race. Aunt Tim just squeezes the 21 and 28 into the wall. The 55 goes around as a result. There's no contact with any other car. Nothing really happens, so everything looks great. Everything's good. Don't worry, be happy. Or it's a beautiful day and I can't stop myself from smiling. Let's get some Green Flag Racing in. That'd make everybody smile, wouldn't it? I'm not opposed to it. To it? Like Tua? Hawk Tua! Oh. The females are fighting. Lady Fat. Welcome back to Michigani, where ignore that ticker lap counter because it's wrong. It's lap 32. There it is. Lap 32. We're at 8 laps to go when we come across the line. Gotta clear the throat for what might be the greatest finish of all time, or somebody's fatal accident, if this goes on a YouTube compilation. I've always liked Michigan. It's been an eventful track for us in the past, but nothing like this. We've never had it where we don't even get 2 green flag laps. But without further ado, they're making a move again. They're on the road. Remember Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico with that eye issue? The pimple juice in his eyes. Can he see through that, essentially, and come through to take the win? Happy World Peace might actually be the car to beat. You know, I didn't really mention it. But like, I think Happy World Peace has the best car. Now that I'm seeing it out front, there's certain cars, they have to get to the lead to be good, and I think that this 71 is one of them. Can you believe it? We win a green flag lap. Can we do it again? That might be a tall task. They're 4 wide. We are going to kill. Oh my goodness! Leland Funnyman just died. Yep. Oh my goodness. He's not dead, folks, but keep your fingers and toes and tongue and face and nose and eyes and mouth and everything else crossed. I saw they were 4 wide, man. Tony Baloney takes the race lead away. Melanoma second, and we have another crawfish. Can we just get a good ending? Just one. Ah! You'd be an absolute idiot to tell me to not look at Leland Funnyman in this wreck. He just gets squozen into the wall, upside down, into the catch fence. The catch fence did its job again. And then Xbox 360 just for some reason wants to be included. Michael Wave with contact. Luckily, Victory Lane missed him, but Leland Funnyman drives away. I don't think we saw that initially. Leland Funnyman drove away. He's all right. He might be hurting, but he's good. Ricky Dicky Bobby Wobbin there. Engine blown, he's done. Leland Funnyman might continue after that disaster. Holy cannoli. Let's take a look here at Gwen D444, who is involved in this 4 wide incident. Secret Agent Randy Beans just misses the bottom. That's what happens. The 45 misses the bottom lane. Oh my goodness. I think Ricky Ticky took some big hits. SpongeBob back there. There's a separate crash. Oh dear. They've hit the second car. True ball. I saw SpongeBob with a big hit. I don't know what actually ends up happening to him. So we're going to look. So the wreck starts up there. Oh my goodness. Victor Elaine hits the 68 pretty hard. Oh my goodness. What are we doing? Victor Elaine just came flying in, hit the 68. SpongeBob also ends up hitting the 68 there, and then another car makes contact. Wow. I believe Stacy was the car that makes the contact. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Chippy Ahoy. Chippy Ahoy makes some contact, so are we even surprised? But yeah, Stacy's the one that makes the big contact. How are these cars still going? Is my question. But another question. Over or under 2.5 green flag laps? We are still yet to find out. Comwell, Michigan back 2. We are coming to 2 laps to go. So Lord have mercy. This is going to get ugly. Can Pip Puddlequack bring his team to their first ever win and their first ever playoff appearance? Can Mick and Rory do it? Can Buster Guts with his mass confusion win? Can Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico with his eye issues win? Everybody has something they're trying to win for. Melanoma just wants to get a playoff spot. Tony Baloney wants to prove people wrong. Who gets the win? We'll find out maybe at the end of these two laps. Oh my goodness, they're 4 wide. I don't even know if we'll make it back around. But Tony Baloney is right now with the race lead. Here comes Mick and Rory. Mick and Rory with a huge run. Massive run. Low taper fade. Tony Baloney up the racetrack to get behind the 76. We are going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go. Presented by W Energy. Melanoma to the inside. Look at Melanoma. Here comes Buster Guts. Can Buster Guts use that bottom lane? Melanoma is out front. I don't think anybody's going to have anything for him, but Buster Guts has a chance. They're wrecking in the back, I believe. Buster Guts will have to settle for second as Melanoma wins here at Michigan. Oh, man. Good for him, man. Melanoma for Retro Racing with a great run. Buster Guts in second. How about Gwendy for the fourth? With another solid run. The Puddle Quack racing cars, all 3 that were in this race. 6th, 7th, and 8th. 6, 7. Oh, and they're just rushing to get to pit road. Good job there by the 76 of Melanoma. Let's take a look at the winning move. You see here, they're coming to the white flag. Tony Baloney thinks she's got it going. She comes back up and Melanoma says, I'm not having this. I'm going down to the inside. I want this win. You know, there's less cars up there on the top. There's more on the bottom. They'll have to push me. And he just clears her. Basically does a slingshot move there. And then Buster Guts. I thought that 18 had a chance, but with his mass confusion, he didn't know where to go. But, wow. Good job for the 76 of Melanoma. He's going to the playoffs. So let's take a look at the finishing results here today. Melanoma, a great run. Buster Guts, a great run as well for that 18. Gwendy for the fourth, another great run. Tony Baloney, Cyber Zed, Aunt Tim, Pip Puddle Quack, Mick and Rory, Happy World Peace, and Tire Wear. What a top 10. What a list of drivers compiled together. For the top 10 here, 11th, Dr. Shrimp Puerto Rico with his pimple eye issue. Pimple eye juice, eye pimple, I don't even know. Empty pockets in the 12th position. Error 404 driver not found. Franklin Femway and Dale Bernhardt Jr. top 15. What's-His-Love, Catch Fence did his job. Michael Wave, Chippy Ahoy, and Aggressive top 20. Mr. Sweaty Beast from iCar does a good job. 21st for him. Stacy with a 22nd place finish. Small Medium Fat does a solid day. He was in a couple accidents, to be quite honest. I think everybody but like maybe some of the top 10 were in multiple accidents today. So, you know, he did a good job. Anthony with 24th, and the last car finishing, Secret Agent Randy Beans in 25th. Every other car on the racetrack was, in fact, a retirement. Leland Funnyman, I genuinely believed he was going to continue. Can you believe that? It looked like he was going to, but ultimately, right, you went upside down, you almost pretty much launched into space, so, you know, maybe you should pull it in for the day. SpongeBob had a big hit there, hopefully he's alright. Ricky Ticky Bobby Wobbin, same thing. Xbox 360 had a pretty good run going until like 5 accidents in a row happened. Victory Lane will round out the top 30. Amber, gotta be thinking about Amber a little bit, because that was definitely not the way to have the race end. Same thing for Humphrey Clot, who had a big wreck. Detective Pluto Mind Pretzel, Cup of Joe. Swift T was in a couple accidents. Aaron Pressure, hopefully he doesn't have any injuries that are, serious. He definitely has some injuries though. Masturbation, we're not exactly sure on the status of masturbation, so look out on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook for that, and the new Discord server, which will be in the bio of this video. Join it, because this is where the signups will take place. This is where you will get news on the series, silly season, and much, much more. So join the Discord, please. Gert in the 56, Simi Can't Stand Your Bits in the 97. It was looking great for the first 2 weeks of this televised portion of ASSCA, and now it has just been a nightmare for the 97. Denise Fat in 40th, Lawful Allen 31st, and dead last on the day. Beckelden in 42nd. What could have been for her to start a really good day, because she did start in a pretty solid position. She was making up spots, and then it evaporated like instantly. So that's how it goes, doesn't it? So we'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. We remind you to watch the Goodies Trash series, which I finally said right, and the Splint Cup series Thursday and Friday at the tracks listed on screen. And we will be back on Wednesday, of course, at our regular time of 6 p.m. Eastern, at a track we will announce on our Twitter, Instagram, and Discord. Join the goddamn Discord. It would definitely help it. So, without further ado, we say toodaloo. And, yeah. Congratulations to Melanoma. And pray for some of those drivers that were in big wrecks. And take care. Till next week. Adios. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Couldn't get a green flag lap. Kinda disappointed. Oh well. Oh well. You gotta have at least one or two of those to make a season good, you know what I mean? You need to have crazy shit like that. Like, look at this top 10. Like, Jesus. Masturbation loses 36 positions en route to a 37th place finish. Man. Sad day. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? Oh, I found it. Where'd it go? Dude, what the hell? What the hell?